In a recent vlog, Dean talked about making an elevator pitch, and I thought he made an excellent point that an elevator pitch can be concise. I want to make the point that an elevator pitch doesn't literally need to be a pitch. It doesn't need to be just you talking until the other person responds. You can actually break it up and turn it into a conversation. And I say this because I think it's easy to feel like you're talking too much. I I get that a lot myself. I feel like I'm going on for too long, and I recommend a breathe out, breathe in mode where you do a little bit of talking and then you breathe in the other person's response. You get a sense of how they're responding to you so that you can determine if you should keep going or if you should change it up at all. So somebody asks me what I do. I'll say I co-run a company called Sage Presence. We are consultants and trainers. And then I'll pause and see how it lands. And if the person seems remotely interested, I will proceed. I'll say more about Sage Presence. If they seem totally indifferent, I will also say more because sometimes indifference is not terribly clear. Sometimes it's in this ghostly place somewhere in between. If they seem absolutely uninterested, then I'm going to ask about them. So think about it like that. Think about your elevator pitch as being an interaction, a conversation where you're throwing out a little bit of information about you. If they give you anything other than rejection, interpret it as enough engagement, enough interest that you can expand on it. So maybe the conversation goes something like this. So what do you do? Well, I run a company called Sage Presence. We are consultants and trainers. And they say, huh. And then I can say, yeah, so we specialize in helping architecture, engineering, and construction firms. We help them grow by building the confident presence of their client facing team members. Then they might ask, well, how do you do that? And then I get to take my time and expand on it. If at any point they seem like they're done with the conversation, done with the topic at some point, then I can turn it around. I can ask about them and I can build a relationship that way. But realize that an elevator pitch does not need to be you talking and talking and talking and talking until you've won them over in some way. You can actually win them over by being sensitive to how you're landing for them in the moment and listening for what they are interested in talking about right now. And most likely, they will respond really well to you asking questions about them.